Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of the continuing saga of my electric trials bike. So the good news is I have managed to complete a full trials event spanning around 40 sections over about 4 hours, and obviously learned quite a lot, discovered some things about the bike that are good, some that are bad. And yeah, let's have a chat about that. All right, so the good thing is the battery, which is this box over here, the lithium battery lasted the entire event without a recharge. That was pretty good. So I went down to one LED on the throttle, right, and performance was still pretty good, apart from some of the hilly sections. But in general, I'm quite impressed with the battery performance. Managed to throw the bike down the mountain a few times, so from a robustness point of view, nothing broke. Just had to adjust some of the handlebars again. The only real problem was on some of the steep uphill sections. You would basically have a very short run up. And in those sections, I had some issues getting up the hill. Now, it's possibly due to a lack of power, granted, I accept that. The other thing I think was a problem is my response time on the throttle was set to somewhat mild. Now, during the technical sections, the slower response time on the throttle makes it a bit easier because there's no clutch. You can't feather the torque of the engine, so it's all down to throttle control. So what I do is I turn it down to about 75%. So this guy here, this is the response dial. It's normally sitting at about 3 o'clock. Right, that smooths out the throttle response, so when you do twist your throttle, it doesn't jump immediately. Now I think if I had to, if I could run the response to be more aggressive when there's a very short run up, I would have a better chance of getting more momentum before going up the hill. So to solve that little problem, what I want to do is this response dial needs to be in this position during normal driving, and then for the bursts of power it needs to be maxed out. Now let me give you some idea of what the difference is. So at 3 o'clock I'm going to twist the throttle like this. Just a quick punch. So you'll see the back wheel. That's the kind of response at 3 o'clock. Now put this to max, which is 5, and we get a significantly more aggressive response. So to do that, to make it work easily and not quite have a clutch, I now have a button on the handlebar that effectively just does the same thing. Right, so 3 o'clock, response, switch the button, and we get a very aggressive response. So that is the plan for the next bit. We're going to see if that solves things or makes things a bit easier to manage. In the future, I may just upgrade the controller as well. So this is the MX10 controller. It's rated for 100 amps. The 24R controller is 130 amps, so that'll give me about 30% more power. And we may look at other batteries, capacitors, and see how far this journey takes us. So yeah, first modification on the initial bike. I will ride it for a bit and then give some more feedback. All right, thanks guys.